We're back in Gaston with Coach Dupree. And Coach, last week you took another road trip. Seems to be a broken record, this time to Woodland, Alabama. You guys come up a little short end of the stick on the scoreboard, Coach, but just take us back to last Friday night and how it all transpired.
I was just proud of our effort. We had 5 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and it was 7-0 the entire first quarter. So we fought. And
after 3 turnovers.
After 3 turnovers,
Jeez.
And the first play of the game, we had a turnover. So I tell our guys there ain't no quit in them. They're not gonna quit. So you just gonna have to beat us and put us away. So it's a young bunch that's just gaining experience. Quarterback's 14 years old, so we're taking some bumps and bruises with him, but we're just not gonna quit. But driving to Woodland though is awful. and it's a non-region game, and we're more than likely not gonna make that drive unless we're in the same region. So we especially on a stretch of 4 away games in a row, and having to drive an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, that's just not fun.
Yeah, you're talking one way. You ain't talking round trip.
No, one way.
One way, yeah. You basically driving equivalent to here to almost Montgomery.
Yeah.
To play a game and then back. So I don't blame you. And that is a long trip. It don't get any easier because now you got another long trip. This one up near the Georgia-Tennessee area state lines against North Santa. And to be honest with you, a team that's kind of, I'm not going to, no disrespect, but kind of surprised everybody about what they've been able to do and the teams they've been able to beat, but how they've beat them. They've looked dominant so far. But talk to us a little bit about North Santa.
North Santa, man, they're a great bunch. They're well coached. They're going to play hard. It's just going to be another one of them hard-fought games. And like I tell my guys, if the last 2 games we've had 10 turnovers and had a chance to win both of them late. So I told him, I said, imagine if we had 5 turnovers in 2 games. I was like, we could be sitting here 3-0.
Which is still way more than you want.
Yeah. So I said, if we go out there and not turn the ball over, I just want to see what happens. So I'm excited to go and see that. I think they're going to accept the challenge. We just got to protect the football. Defensively, we've been playing lights out. I'm real proud of our defense and our plan and our staff. We're losing these games right now solely because of our offensive productivity and turning the ball over. That's it. And we got to get that fixed, and we will get it fixed. And they're going to accept that challenge.
People watching this that are not familiar with what Coach and I are talking about North Santa, I'm going to give you an indication of what they've done. This season, they're sitting here at 100. They've outscored they're 4-0. They've outscored their opponents 171-13, and they've pitched 2 shutouts.
Yeah.
Coach, just letting everybody know, like Gaston know, like this team right here is by far and away probably the best team y'all played so far, and it's for real.
Yeah, and look, the front, our schedule's so tough, man. It is, and I think 3 of the top 10 teams are, in 2A are in our region, and you still also have Whitesburg Christian that's good, and you have
Collinsville got out of there by the skin of their teeth last week by 2 points.
So our schedule's brutal, especially it makes it even worse when you're having to go on the road. But thankfully, we hadn't had any. Well, I don't want to say it.
You got some wood right there.
Yeah. Hey.
I already know where you're going. And
yeah, never mind. We're not gonna go on that. But hey, I think we've continued to fight, and we're in it. Seriously, if you watch the game, the scores don't indicate how close those competitions have been. I mean, but they, here and there late, a touchdown or two. But those are close games throughout the entire game, and then they just kind of run away at the end. But, I like I said, I hope tomorrow we take care of the football and see what happens.
Y'all playing tomorrow?
Yes.
Wait, today's Thursday.
Yeah, today's Thursday.
Yeah, it is tomorrow. Well, that shows how many hours I work.
Hey, I know, man. You almost had me confused.
Yeah, I had myself confused.
I was like, I'm in here packing all this stuff.
I thought it was Wednesday, dude. I'm sorry.
No.
That's how confused how many hours I've been working. Coach, obviously you're going to have growing pains. You get breaking in a new system, a new quarterback. Those two things alone right there can take a year or more to even resemble running on a well-oiled machine. But other things, you got other young guys in other positions. I mean, the growing pains are tough. You starting out as a new head coach. How's the transition been as opposed to where you thought it would be around this time?
To be quite honest, I think we're moving along, better than I thought we would, because I've been harping and preaching on the small things since I got this job, and those are the things that I know that we have to take care of before we can start winning or become a really good program. And they are handling those things well, and so I didn't know how long that would take, and I think we've tackled that. And so now is the easy part, which people like, well, you're sitting there 1-2. Well, that comes with experience and having a little luck. I mean, right now, and that's what I told our guys, if a ball's on the ground, we're not going to get it. If there's a 50-50 call, we're not going to get it. Anything. So we have to go out there and actually win the game. We actually had to go out there and play.
Everything.
Yeah. Listen, when you're trying to build something, you're never going to get the benefit of the doubt. As I always say, the football gods are not on your side. That's just how that works. So,
that's true.
But now the easy part is just us focusing on football, because we don't have to worry about those little things, because what we've instilled in them, on day one, are taking care of all the small things. So now that's normal to them. So now all we have to do is work on getting better at football. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. And I think that transition, is going well. And, everybody nowadays, man, with cell phones and social media, and you got a computer in your pocket, they want instant gratification. They want everything now. Yep. And that's just not the case. Yep. Nobody here wants to win more than a head coach. And, but there's also a process to that, and it just doesn't happen overnight.
No, you're right, 100%. Yeah, but I call it the TikTok generation: quick, fast, in a hurry, and you can't keep nobody's attention to nothing.
No.
I got a suggestion though, and I think this would win you 2 or 3 games a year. I honestly do. If you did this, I know you're probably open to suggestions.
Oh yeah,
Coach, we got to get a live UGA out here.
Yeah,
but we don't need to call him UGA. We got to come up with something.
Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, we need to do that. We got
like North Gadsden, like maybe Hyperlink, the nickname. We got to come up with something.
I'm sure we got.
Dude, somebody needs to think about that.
Somebody needs to have.
Think about that. There's probably somebody out here that's got English Bulldogs.
Oh, I'm sure.
That would be willing to let him roam the sidelines, dude. That needs to be a new tradition.
It does. I think we need to start working on that. Especially, I think later now that will be the time. When it's, it's hot. Early on.
Yeah,
they don't like that.
They're not too active.
No, they don't want none of that.
They've kind of over the years their DNA's kind of slowed down to where they just want to chill. So
they want to hang out.
We need to get on that. I think it'd win you 2 games a year.
I think so, especially if you can get him scare some of those guys off. And they
remember like you did Robert Baker from Auburn.
Everybody
tried to take him out.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, you get too close. I'm just saying.
Dude, we need to work on that.
Yeah.
Seriously. So anybody watching this that's got a good English Bulldog bloodline, it'd be willing to start a new trend here, man, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it would be.
I think that's a great idea. Coach, anything else besides us looking for a mascot for the team you'd like to throw out there? I always like to kick it back to the coach for final thoughts.
Like I said, I try to say it, every week. no matter what the score was, no matter how far it was, we took a big crowd. We traveled well. Our band was loud. Our cheerleaders were loud. Our fans were loud. We have a lot of support, and most importantly, like I told our kids, you know, they don't need to listen to the outside noise. You know, some people might say that they're losers because that's what the record indicates, but I told them, I said, listen, the real winners are the guys that stay and hang around and get it fixed, because you can be proud of what you've built.
Yep.
You're not going to hitch on at another school. You know, the portal's always open, and you know, but the guys that we have are going to stay here. They're going to build here, and it makes it special that we're building something here, and that we don't have guys that are wanting to leave and go somewhere else, because you know just as well as I do, anybody can leave. They can just up and go wherever they want. Yeah. And so I think it's real special when you want to stay and build it and be a part of that, rather than hitching on with somebody else that's already had some success.
Be a brick in the foundation.
Yes.
100%. Dude, Lainey, I know you know Lainey Smallwood.
Yeah.
She posted something the other day that reminds me of what you just said on her story. It said, why am I searching for acceptance from a world that crucified a perfect man?
There you go.
So all these people sitting on their couch saying these guys are losers, you wasn't in the sun doing 2-a-days. You ain't in here doing this weight room stuff. You're playing PlayStation on the couch.
Yes.
So why do I value your opinion?
And that's what I try to tell them. I don't value their opinion. And most of those people that have that stuff to say never played anything.
Correct.
You know, so I don't, and I want them to understand that when they see it, they shouldn't value it. They shouldn't care, because, you know, who are they?
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. What'd you do?
And they don't understand.
My first question.
Yeah, and they don't understand the big picture either. You know, so it's easy to get on social media and say something, you know, but it's a lot harder to understand the actual true facts and what you're trying to build, and they don't know that because they're not here every day. Right. So, but I appreciate you, appreciate everything you got. Most importantly, I appreciate you and what you do for these kids. You know, when I played, we didn't have this. I mean, we just had the gas and ties, and that's it. Yeah. So now
you just hope they printed your name.
Just hope that they got it right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys are always busy. Like I said, you so busy you don't even know what day it is.
I don't know. I really didn't. I thought today was Wednesday.
So
when you told me that, I was like, man, they got a Thursday night guy. I can get out for that now.
No, it's Thursday. Don't take days away from us now. You know, you know. But no, I thank all you guys for what y'all do and how y'all promote kids, and you know, take pictures of them, and you know, just to actually talk about them, and that's really important. That's really special, because you know, it's a different generation. Okay. They like to see themselves. I mean, they do. And Meemaw likes to see her grandbaby too. So we appreciate you guys, man, and anything we can do to help you guys, just let us know.
Hey, and I appreciate S&H for sponsoring this and many, many others across North Alabama. So absolutely, I appreciate you, Coach. We'll see you next week, sir.
All right.